If you're a creative or entrepreneur and you've tried to sell your product or service either online or offline, you may have run into the situation where it's crickets, right? You can't get anybody to buy whatever it is you're trying to offer. And I know how that feels. That's actually happened to me, especially when I first got started online. In fact, one of the first businesses that I actually created, it was a Fitbit affiliate website, and I was so excited. I spent months on it, and I was working away at it. And when I finally put it out into the world, nothing happened. And if you are experiencing that right now, or maybe if you're just getting started and you're not really sure, like, how do I get people to even buy my product, and you don't want to feel all salesy, how do you go about doing that? Well, that's what I want to talk about in this video. And what I want to share with you is the importance of launching. Why launching your product or service is super important, especially when you're first getting started. Because the whole idea of if you build it, they will come is really not how it works these days anymore. You really have to do certain things. There's certain sequences, there's certain tips and tricks that you can follow to really help your product or service get in front of the right people, so that when it's time to actually sell your stuff, there are actually people there to buy it. So how do you go about doing this? Why is launching so important? So the first reason why you want to actually launch your product or launch your service, launch your business in general, is because you want to turn your marketing into an event. Now, Hollywood does this perfectly. Actually, this weekend there is a Marvel movie coming out, and if you know anything about Marvel or are a fan of just that universe in general, every movie is an event. It really is. And the thing is, because Hollywood knows exactly how to get people to fill their movie seats. A year or two even before a movie comes out, they're releasing previews and trailers and little snippets. And as you get closer and closer to that release date, the trailers they get more trailers where they show you more details of the actual movie. They eventually start doing press releases. They start having some of the actors and cast go out to the Tonight shows and all the daily shows to do interviews. And it all adds up to this point where the launch is on Friday and the theaters are packed, okay? And the reason why they do that is because they understand the psychology behind letting people be a part of that process, so that when the actual product drops, people are already there anticipating, waiting to actually go and consume that. And that's what you want to do for your product. That's what you want to do for your business. You don't want to just create it and then, put it out there. You want to turn your marketing into an event. And that's how you do that with a launch. Because as you go through and you create specific types of content, or as you go through and you share your product while you're actually building it, it allows you to get that excitement, it allows you to get that engagement, it allows people to get invested into the thing that you're doing, so that when it's time for you to actually sell it and promote it, there are actually people there waiting and willing to actually buy it. The second reason why launching is really helpful, especially if you're just getting started, is it allows you to build your audience while building your product. Now, if you're just getting started, you may not have an audience. You may not have people to actually sell to. You might not have an email list. You might have followers on social media. You might not. But regardless, launching your product allows you to build your audience while you're doing that. And the reason why it allows you to do that is because instead of bunkering away in your room or something, cracking away at a course or cracking away at a product that you're not really sure people will buy or not, then what you can do is, as you are doing that stuff, you are sharing that experience with people. You are getting insight from people, specifically trying to get insight from your target audience, the people that you want to actually have buy your product, buy your course. And then when you're doing that, you're naturally going to gain followers. You're going to gain people that are going to be interested in your process. Like, you're going to gain people that just want to be a fly on the wall just to see where these things go, even if they buy or not. But the whole point is you continue to build your audience while you're building your product. And when you do that, it's like you're creating your audience for when you actually drop your product, so that you already have people that are ready to buy. Because those are the people that are going to be most invested. Those are the people that are going to be most interested. And hopefully, if you do this right, those are the people that are going to actually take what you are offering seriously and get value from it. Third reason why launching your product is super helpful is because you can get feedback while you're building the product. One of the biggest reasons your product or your course might not sell to people is because of the objections that they have. people have objections for anything. It could be, too much as far as pricing is concerned. It could be, they don't know if it's going to work for them. They might not believe it'll work for them. They don't think it'll fit in their specific niche or submarket. There's tons of reasons why somebody might not buy from you. But when you're following this process of creating your product and building your audience at the same time, you can get feedback from your audience and you can talk to them and get an understanding of the objections that they have, the fears, the concerns that they have, and the reasons why they wouldn't buy your product. And what you do is you take those reasons and you put it in your product, right? Or you take those reasons and you create content around that to address those, so that by the time you are ready to actually start selling and promoting, you've already covered those objections and you already know the reasons why people aren't gonna buy. You really wanna put yourselves in the shoes of your target audience. And if you understand their problems better than they can understand their problems, you're automatically an authority figure, at least in their eyes. So being able to take objections, take the reasons, the concerns, the fears of why someone wouldn't buy your product or why someone wouldn't enroll in your course or hire you as a consultant, and taking those into consideration and then using that as a material or using that as bonuses in your product, and using that and turning that into a solution is going to significantly help you be able to sell more and get people excited, because by the time they go through everything, you've already answered all their questions. You've already doused all of their concerns, and you leave the door open for them to take that leap of faith and for them to purchase your thing. At the end of the day, here's my thing. It's a beautiful thing if you have a product, if you have a service, if you have anything that you want to build, promote, sell to the world, help other people do and accomplish, that's great. And I truly believe that you should be doing that, because there's no reason why, if you have something that you can help other people with, you shouldn't get paid to be able to share that with other people. But if you're going to do that right, if you're going to set yourself up for the best way to do that, you're going to want to actually launch your product. You're not just going to want to create it and then let things happen, right? You want to turn it into an event. You want to build your audience while you're building your product. You want to get feedback and get different types of objections from your audience. Put that stuff in your product so that when it's time to actually show it to the world, people are already waiting for you, like it's Black Friday, ready to knock down your doors to actually get what you have to offer. All right, so I hope you got value in this video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel so you can get more videos just like this. And then leave a comment down below if you have a product or service that you're trying to launch, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help and answer any questions that come through there. And then finally, if you want to learn more about launching, if you want to learn about how to actually get more eyeballs to your business, especially if you're starting out, especially if you're new and you want like a proven roadmap, at least some steps, maybe a checklist, the step-by-step blueprint for how to go ahead and do that, then sign up for my waitlist down below, because very soon, or by the time you see this video, I'm going to be releasing an ebook that's going to walk you through step-by-step exactly how to do this, especially if you're new, especially if you're a creative, Black-owned business, underrepresented entrepreneur that is really trying to get out there, level the playing field, and get your product and service in the hands of people that really need it most. And if that sounds like something that's going to be interesting to you, then definitely sign up for that waitlist below. You'll get some information from me as far as how to go about launching your business. So with all that being said, my name is Gabe Kemensy. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.